This was not a romantic comedy. Hi, everyone. I don't know why it's marketed like it is. Hi, everyone. It's me, Grant, the movie and TV guy. Hello, how you doing? Welcome to Raids on Popcorn. Grant, everybody. And we are here to talk about a movie. Movies and TV is what we do here. And that movie today is Meet Cute. Meet Cute is directed by Alex Lehman, whose work I am unfamiliar with. It stars Kaley Cuoco. She plays Sheila, and when we meet her in the charming first 20 minutes of this film, first off, I should say there's going to be a spoiler warning. I'm going to have to spoil some of this. She's a young woman. She's going through a rough time. She meets this guy named Gary, played by Pete Davidson. They seem to really hit it off. They seem to like each other. But it turns out what it seems that they get along well is not entirely by accident. You see, Sheila tells Gary, here's the thing, I'm a time traveler. And we've been here before. We've had this date before many times. And as the two begin to get talking, and then the movie shifts in a way that is bizarre. Where essentially, okay, let's just get it out of the way. Sheila's suicidal. And in many other ways beyond simply being suicidal depression, is not well. And, okay, let me put it this way. Will true love survive? Whatever. Here's the thing. Meet Cute is not a good movie. But the thing is that it has the look of a good movie. If you know what I mean. It's well acted. The dialogue itself is not bad. The filmmaking is good. Kaley Cuoco and Pete Davidson, again, are great. But this movie is really ill-advised and disturbing. It's kind of like Before Sunrise if it was a horror movie, but the people making it didn't know it was a horror movie and thought it was Before Sunrise, because you have dark material. It's not enough simply that she wants to die, which is an angle that's bleak, for sure, and could be explored again in a better movie. But she is actively ruining Pete Davidson's life to her own ends. Like, she's going back in time, and we find out it's through a tanning bed in this nail salon. She's going back in time so often that she's taking away moments from his life. Like, she goes so far as to pose as a male father figure to play catch with him, basically taking away his memory of, like, a mentor figure by being that person, literally with, like, a mustache and shades on. It's really weird. It's implied that she kills his childhood bully. She prevents him from losing his virginity. She sabotages him to a girlfriend that he's with for a long time so that it never happens. And then every time she goes back and starts this over, she runs over her other self. Because inevitably when you time travel, there's going to be a duplicate. She kills her other self. It's really, in increasingly kind of grisly ways, it's really weird. And they're portraying it like it's a lighthearted, cute, true love. She loves him so much that she's obsessed. And the movie acknowledges that this is not, for a couple of times, is not good behavior, but more often portrays it as romantic. And spoiler alert, Pete Davidson does fall for her. Despite knowing all the things that he knows, he does it anyway. Mainly to keep her from ending her own life. Like, she basically manipulates him through very, very disturbing mental health tactics into falling in love with her. This is really not a good movie at all. This is a really scary movie. This is not a stable person. I'm sorry. This is not the makings of a lighthearted, Hallmarky rom-com. This just isn't. I don't know what they were going for here. I really don't. There are shades of, and the way that she's running over herself, it reminded me a lot of that Adult Swim unedited footage of a bear. It was disturbing. It was like watching. This is a movie with a character who's deeply has psychological problems and who, seriously, there is one moment where Pete Davidson early on, when he's starting to learn these things, says, "You need help, Sheila." And they kind of portray it like he's wrong, but he's right. She really needs help. This movie was kind of left an unpleasant taste in my mouth. And see, again, this idea, even with those elements, could work in a darker sort of character study, or like a dark comedy. That's not what this movie is. This is not what the movie the makers think that they're making. They think they're making a romantic comedy, and it's not romantic, and it's not a comedy. I'm shocked by this movie. I was baffled, quite frankly. I just thought it was kind of sickening, and not really enjoyable. And what's weird is that I kind of was into it for like the first 20... I'm not going to give it a 0, because again, there are things that work about it around the movie itself. Like, the acting is good. Again, the filmmaking is solid. I think Alex Lehman, I don't think he wrote this movie, so I would be interested in seeing what else Alex Lehman does. And it's on paper, some of the dialogue really does sing. In the first 20 minutes, when they set up the stuff, like the darker kind of plot elements, I kind of liked that it was kind of blasé about it. I actually thought, okay, maybe this is going to be kind of like a dark comedy. It's going to be sort of a subversive, dark take on romantic comedies. And no, it didn't really become that at all. It just, after the first like 20, 25 minutes, it just became, and the movie's pretty short, but it just became really really unnerving. I really, this isn't love. If people do this, Pete Davidson's character, she basically, the final sort of thing that makes them fall in love is she is standing on a bridge threatening to jump off, and he talks her down. And it's basically implied that if he walked away, she was going to jump. And that's what makes him decide to stay with her. It's really kind of disturbing, and I didn't like that. And I really feel like all the people using suicide also as a method to make us feel sympathy for a character without really developing that character. Like, I understand using suicidal ideation as a way to color, to basically make us want a character who really needs to talk to someone for romantic fantasy, basically, to navel gaze the idea of suicide. It's kind of unnerving, and I didn't like it, and I really didn't like this film, guys. I'm sorry. But again, it's well acted, it's well written. That first 20 minutes was solid, but I can't give it a 0 stars because, again, there's things about it that do work, kind of, and I can't give it 1 star because it's not so bad it's good. I'll give it 1.5 stars, but I feel like that's kind of generous. This movie really rubbed me the wrong way, guys. I'm sorry. I wanted to get into it. I just couldn't. And I feel like some people will go with the promise, and I feel like you have to kind of make the leap, and I couldn't. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. I can't make that leap. It's on Peacock if you want to watch it. It's streaming. I think it's a streaming exclusive. Maybe it's in some theaters. I don't know. I was kind of baffled. I have to be honest with you. Alright. Yeah. Yeah. Not how you write a romance movie. Anyway, okay. Yeah, that's it. We're done. Trailer Trash None. Watch it on Peacock. Was there shawarma? Yeah, in a weird sort of way. So the movie ends. The movie's about 89 minutes. About 78 minutes of that is the movie. Like, 11 of those minutes are credits, and 4 of the minutes of those credits are not even extra alternate takes or bloopers. They're literally just alternate versions of scenes. It's like a montage of scenes of them, like, arguing, and her running over herself. It's a weird little montage of, like, scenes that we didn't see in the movie proper, but they're, like, really, again, sort of illustrate if those are supposed to be the outtakes. They're not funny. They're really disturbing. Yeah, this is a weird movie. Pete Davidson, man, you've officially been outnumbered bad movies to good movies. You were in 2 good movies this year, and you were in 3 bad ones. The 2 good ones were I Want You Back and Bodies. But the rest of them, Marmaduke, this, and Good Morning. Come on, Pete. I know you're better than this. You have that movie in you, man. And you're really good in the film. Like, it's not... nothing about this movie is the fault of Kaley Cuoco and Pete Davidson. They are the ones who kind of make this movie slightly more plausible than it is, but even they can't do everything. It's not a good movie. Alright, but it's short. It's just not good. Alright. That is it. We'll be back. Sorry, this is I kind of was speechless looking at this one. Walking out of sitting when the movie ended, as I'm at home. But yeah. Alright. That's it, for Meet Cute. We will be back, tomorrow for a review of Don't Worry, Darling. Friday we'll have a retro review of Avatar. This weekend we'll also have reviews of, A Jazz Man's Blues, On the Come Up, and maybe Catherine Called Birdie. I've heard good things about that one. Next week we'll have reviews, pretty much all week. We'll have reviews, catch-up review of A Love Song starring Dale Dickey. We also have a review of Rob Zombie's The Munsters, Blonde, which is our first NC-17 rated film, starring Ana de Armas, which is getting very much a polarized reception in very Andrew Dominik fashion. I'm a big fan of his, so I'll probably enjoy it. And then we will also have reviews coming up for coming up next week for Smile, The Good House, Bros, and we're also going to go see a Bollywood film, but I cannot remember the name of it. And then we also have reviews of Hocus Pocus 2 and The Greatest Beer Run Ever. That'll all be next time, and until next time, I'm Grant, the movie and TV guy. I see it all, I'm happy to share it with you. I love you all, I appreciate you all, I love you all, classes missed, I love you 3000, be kind to one another. If you like this video, give it a like if you want to, give it a subscribe if you want to, give it the bell, I don't know what it does, that's supposed to do, or so I've been told. If you want to find me elsewhere, reviews, lists, and other fun stuff, you can check me out on letterboxd.com at RaisinPopcorn Facebook, Raisin Popcorn with Grant. You can check out what I'm watching currently, including Star Wars Andor. Over on Serialized, I am all one word, all lowercase, raised on popcorn. And you can also check out my podcast, Raisin Popcorn with Grant, the podcast on Spotify and Anchor. Some of you already have, but even if you haven't, and leave a comment, even if it's, hey Grant, I like waffles, it really helps out. Some of you already have, but even if you haven't, take care of yourself, take care of your mental health, it's incredibly important. No, like, for real, take care of your mental health. It's incredibly important. I want to know down below, what did you think of Meet Cute? Did you like the movie? Did you hate the movie? Think my opinion's good? Think I'm full of shit? Comment below, let me know. And until we meet again, we were all raised on popcorn. Make my mouth extra butter. Catch you guys next time. Take care. Bye.